guys, I know it's been a while since I've uploaded a video, and I'll touch on that later, but today we're going to be reviewing the Frunsi RubensTab T11 Pro drawing tablet, as you can see on the screen. The lovely folks over at Frunsi sent me this to review, but all opinions that I have are my own. And later on in this video, I'll be talking about art block and how to overcome it, as well as my personal experiences, but for now, let's unbox this thing. I really love the packaging of this box. I don't know, I thought the colors on the front were really pretty, so I put these little acrylic stars all over it, and low-key it matched. So cue me trying to unbox it and just failing miserably because I genuinely don't know how to open these kind of things, but I figured out taking the wrapping off at least. Okay, now this was the kicker, trying to remove that tape that's on the box. I didn't have scissors on me, so I tried using my nails, which was a disaster, and then I brought out a whole compass. What? It's fine though, I figured it out in the end. Usually tablet companies just send you the tablet and the stylus and then a half glove is what I've usually seen, but Frunsi kind of ate with this one. They gave you a tablet, a stylus, and then 2 sets of gloves, one of which is that usual half glove, and then the set of gloves that kind of look like baseball gloves, but they're obviously not. They also included this little screen cleaner, which isn't crazy, but I always feel happy whenever companies include little things like that because it shows they care. And the stylus came in this little black box, which was pretty cool. And actually a few things other than the actual stylus popped out of this box, one of which is this super soft brush. I believe it's for cleaning your tablet, the stylus of course, and I believe a spare battery for the stylus and a charger for the tablet. And here's me testing out the weight and how the stylus is supposed to be held. I don't know, I felt it was pretty lightweight and easy to carry. It felt like I was drawing with a pencil or a pen, which is usually what I look for whenever I look for styluses, because I strongly dislike the ones that are kind of bulky, you know what I mean? And at first, I came across the tablet's case that they gave us. Usually, whenever you buy, an iPad or a tablet, they don't give you the case, But Frunsi did, and I like that. I like that they included it, and I low-key thought this was the tablet at first, but it wasn't. I was very confused, because I thought that was the tablet, and I was like, this is very light, but it isn't. It's a good quality case, though. And here's the main event. You can kind of see me in the reflection, so that's awkward. But yeah, we should start drawing and talking about the experiences I had with this tablet. But first I had a little cherry break because I forgot that I had cherries sitting next to me, and I intended to eat them in the middle of filming, but then I forgot. But I ate them, so it's okay. But let's start drawing. I took my little screen cleaner and I wiped it down because I had already gotten some oil on it for some reason. And then I put my baseball gloves on because I was about to serve. And then I realized I put them on backwards, so I had to redo it. But now we're gonna serve, and here I struggled trying to put the case on, but I figured it out. And then I had to set up the whole tablet. I forgot my Wi-Fi password, and I had to go downstairs to ask for that, and then we are starting to draw. Dimension wise, this tablet is pretty small. It's around 8 by 6 inches, which is around 20 by 15 centimeters, but also it was okay, I wasn't expecting this because I've never used a standalone drawing tablet, which means you can use it without connecting it to a computer or a display tablet in general, so I didn't know what I was expecting or what to expect. But it's basically an Android tablet, meaning you don't only have to draw on it, and you can search the web, you can watch YouTube videos on it, you don't even have to draw on it, and it doesn't download any drawing apps for you. So I was I don't know, I was kind of confused, but I was grateful because I can split screen YouTube and drawing at the same time, and I don't have to necessarily pull up a laptop next to me to do both at the same time, so that's nice. Again, I'm not sure if this is the norm for drawing tablets, but I did have a lot of fun drawing on it. The pressure sensitivity on the pen was a little too high, but I believe you can adjust it. It wasn't something that I necessarily had a problem with. The price of this tablet is around $220, but I have a 10% off discount for you guys. I'll put it on screen and in the description along with the link to the drawing tablet if you would like to purchase it. $220 is pretty cheap compared to other display tablets, so I think that this is a great investment for beginners or those who want to get a display tablet but don't want to spend a crazy amount of money. But yeah, thank you so much Frunsi for sending me this tablet, and now let's get into the little draw with me section of this video. So at first I was just sketching random random things to like kind of get a feel for the tablet, but I decided to change up my profile picture because I honestly don't really like it, or like I didn't really like my old one, so that's what I'm drawing. I've probably changed it already by the time this video has come out, just because I'm like very impatient. But yeah, I've had pretty bad art block over the past few months, and I think initially it was because of all of the stress I had pent up after AP exams, school finally being over for this year, and you know, like I didn't want to really do anything, but I never really acted out on those, and I fell into this very unproductive stage of my life because I had so much burnout, I guess, and that kind of transformed into art block. But you can get art block in like thousands of ways, I feel like, and it feels really sad being in it, you know, like you don't have that same outlet that you did before, and you know, those months it really felt like a part of me is like missing, you know, like I felt empty. But I think those months kind of made me realize how much I love doing art, and I think one of the best ways to get over art block is to give yourself time. Sometimes when I get art block, it's just like a sign to me like, oh, I need to take a break, you know? But whenever you're in that break for like upwards of a month and you're like, I want to draw again, here's some tips that I find helpful to get over it. Tip 1 is to get on Instagram or Twitter, which is like dead, so get on Scripts or something and just follow like 300 artists and then refresh your feed and just like look at it. Just look at it all. Obviously follow some artists that you really like their style and everything, but also follow artists that like it's not like your style, but like you can still appreciate their art, because that is truly what gets you more ideas to start drawing, basically. I think this works if you're suffering from art block out of not having inspiration. If you have art block because of like no motivation and you just like literally do not want to draw and you like can't sit down and draw, then I think that's the case where you have to like take a break, like physically take a break for a few days and then try again. Revisiting to that first tip and kind of making like a sub tip, if you don't have social media, go to an art museum. Even if you like have social media and you just want another tip, okay, I'll call this tip 2. Go to an art museum. I love art museums. Every time we go to a new city, I am asking to go to an art museum because I just love them. I love going to art museums, not only because it's like, you know, art, pretty art, wow, but also they like have little descriptions of the artwork next to them often, and you can sometimes read what the inspiration was behind the piece and who the author was, or who the artist was, and how far back it dated, which I also think is very interesting. I'm always intrigued whenever I see a piece from like 320 BC and it's like super pigmented, and I'm like, what did they use? Because, you know, acrylic paints haven't been invented yet, many of the modern paints haven't been invented yet, so I'm like, how did they do this? And it's like very cool and inspirational. There's also Pinterest, which is pretty cool, but I think you can also like walk around, see the nature. I think nature always gets me in the mood to draw. I didn't think of this before filming this video, but now that I like talked about it being like inspirational versus motivational, I'm gonna start using that like those categories now, because I think it makes a lot of sense. I talked a lot about inspirational art blocks, how to get over them, and for motivational, I just told you to take a break, which I know isn't like the best help. So here's like more ideas. I think you gotta take a day to relax. You know, a lack of motivation can like be a factor of many different things. It could be like, oh shoot, I'm so burnt out from drawing everything and posting everything, especially with like the dawn of social media and TikTok and Instagram and posting your art constantly to get approval or like just for fun to share it with the world. But you have to realize that art is something that doesn't always have to be shared with everyone, and you don't have to be good at it all the time to post it somewhere or for other people's approval. You're making art for yourself, right? And at the end of the day, who cares about your art more than you do? Because I know a lot of motivational art block is caused also by comparing yourself to other artists and feeling bad about your own art. And I used to go through this like a lot when I was younger, or like in past years. Even a few months ago I would go through this. But I've learned that like literally nobody is the same person, and we all have our own experiences and our own reasons for maybe being more skilled at one thing than another. And we truly can't compare ourselves to any other artists, because everyone's experience is their own and everyone's art is unique just the way it is. And a lot of the time art block is caused by frustration of like not loving the thing that you're doing. Obviously, like if you are pent up and you're like, oh my god, I can't draw as good as this person, or I can't draw good, I haven't been improving. You gotta realize that you definitely have been, and improvement comes in waves, I feel like. Okay, maybe not like waves, but it's like non-linear, okay? And realize your art is beautiful and unique and special just the way it is. Moral of the story: the next time that you are free, go go to the art museum that's like closest to you and then get a manicure. Okay, your hands need some rest too. Can people get art block from like their hands hurting? I don't know, but it's possible. Anything is possible. Anyways, I didn't really talk about the drawing at all in this video, but it's of my character Gem, who is like my OC and like kind of my persona. I don't know, Citrus Gem, it checks out. Hero played the IbisPaintX speed paint, and then I got like really bored because I was just sitting there for like 10 minutes and it like wouldn't stop. But yeah, be sure to check out Frunsi. I'll put the code on screen and also in the description box, so go check them out if you're interested in buying a drawing tablet. And if you ever need advice art-wise or like I guess life-wise, go ahead and leave it down in the comment section or DM me on any of my social media platforms. I said life advice because I'm like pretty good at it. Okay, so like I got you. If you have like relationship struggles, if you have friendship struggles, I literally got you. I don't know how to take my own advice, but I will give it. Also, I might not respond if I literally don't know if I don't know what to say. But other than that, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one, which will hopefully be next week. Okay guys, I'm gonna be constant. I'm gonna be constant in uploading, I promise. Oh yeah, here's the new profile picture. You already saw it, but it's okay.